Right, I've had one or two people asking me about how I set up my livery on my car. So I'll try and explain it to you, but I'm no expert on these things. Also, I'm working on a sort of an ultra-wide monitor, so I don't suppose you'll always see what I do, but the first thing I need to do is open up Steam, and then I go to Le Mans Ultimate here, and go to Manage Files, Browse Local Files, go to Support, and then livery templates. Now, what I'm going to do is grab the livery that I want, and in this case, I'm going to have a go with the BMW M4, I think. So I'll grab that. I'm going to make a copy of it and put it on my desktop, just so I've got it. So I'll select copy, and then what I'm going to do is paste it onto my desktop. So that's there now. Now I can close this down. Now, once I've got this, I'm going to open this up. I've got Photoshop, even though it's an old version. If I double click on that, it should open up my Photoshop. Now, it comes up with this unknown data has been encountered thing. I don't know why, but it does. Something to do with the carbon. So I just press OK, OK. I know on one of them, I did the Lexus and it come up about 5 or 6 times, that did. Okay, now you should end up with a picture like this. What I do then, I'm going to save that file because it's in PSD format. I'm going to save it to my desktop. So I'm going to save as, and I'm going to save it to my desktop as a JPEG file. I've got it there, JPEG, to my desktop, save. I've already got it there, so I'm going to replace it anyway. Okay. Save it as maximum. Okay. Your software might be different than this, but anyway, this is what I do. Now I've got it there, I can shut this down. So I've shut Photoshop back down. Now my file is here. This is my JPEG file. Don't forget that was my PSD, my Photoshop file. Now I've got a JPEG file. With the JPEG file, I'm going to open up Copilot, and then I'm going to drag that template into here. I'm going to type in now to remove all the branding, because Copilot doesn't like branding, sort of logos and things like that. It will refuse to do it if you leave it all on. So I'm going to type in remove all branding from this livery, and then set it on its way. Right, while that's working, which it shouldn't take too long, it normally takes about a minute or so. We can see there it's removing all logos and markings. Right, now it said it's all done. Now what I'm going to do is save this to my desktop, and I'm going to call it BMW Clean Unbranded. And it's saving that as a PNG file now, but it doesn't matter. So I'll save that to my desktop. And now that's that file. So we've got a clean file with no branding. Now we can shut that down again. What I've found is using Copilot, it sometimes get a little bit confused if you stack stuff on top of one another, if you like. So if I ask it to do certain things with that, it struggles. So anyway, what I'm going to do is shut it down. I'll open it back up again, and I'm going to drag that picture in, which is the unbranded one I've just done, and then also what I want putting on top. So my logo, if you like. I'm going to type in using this exact livery from LMU, keeping it flat. Can you overlay the second picture to cover all the livery? Using this exact livery from LMU, keeping it flat. Can you overlay the second picture to cover all the livery? So let's see what it comes up with there. Now sometimes it doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. Other times it will. See how it's put dinos like that? I mean, I don't particularly like it like that. I wanted it doing it that way, but it isn't doing it. So let's just download that picture. Overlay cartoon. Let's call this BMW again. BMW. And save that to the desktop. Now that's there. Let's open that with, let's open Photoshop again. And then I'm going to open that file, which is on the desktop. Open that one. And I'm going to open the original livery one, the debranded one. Although I can put the branded one back on now. It's just that it wouldn't have done it if I'd have kept it as it was, but we'll have that one, the unbranded one. So now, that's what I've got, them two files. Now, as you can see, things are wrong with it. And this is where the time comes in, whether you want to start putting everything right. You know, it's like on that door there, I've got that there. Now, I'd have liked that there as well. But anyway, it isn't. But what I've done in the past with me other one, I've took my time and I've basically cut that out and put it in place of that. The Dino's dodgy driving sim racing there is the wrong way on the bonnet. I'd have preferred it that way. So what I'd have done is in Copilot, I'd have been asking it to do different things and spending more time doing it. But anyway, it is what it is. You know, this is just like a quick tutorial, if you like. So I'll go with what it's created there. Now what I do, I'll look at the size of this. So I'll go image size. Now it's telling me it's 1024 pixels by 1024. So I'll go on to the other picture, and I'm hoping you can see these. And now I've got this picture here, image size. Now that's 1024. So they're both the same size. If they weren't the same size, you've got to make them both the same size, but make your livery the same size as this. Okay. And then all I do, I grab out of this one. So I'm going to select the whole of the picture, if you like, copy, And then go to that one, I'm going to paste it. So that is pasted over the top of that now. Right, now, still in Photoshop, we've got two files here. This is the one, if you remember, which is the debranded car livery, and now I've overlaid the picture that we've created, the cartoon logo. So that's overlaid. Now I want to save that as, I'll make sure that one's highlighted, and I'm going to save it as a TGA file, and I'm going to save it to my desktop, but I want to call it custom skin. All one word with no space in, and I'm saving that to my desktop. I'm saying it's 32-bit. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to load up the original PSD file, the original Photoshop one, which is that one there, PSD. I'm going to open that one up. Don't forget, it comes up with these errors first. Okay. Now, if I come down this side here, see how it's got region? You can't see, let me just drag the picture in, so that's what it's loaded. Now, if I put an eyeball on region, see how the picture changes? And that's the layers. What I want to do now, that particular one, I'm going to save that. Again, I'm going to save it to my desktop. And again, I want to save it as a TGA file. And I want to call this one custom skin underscore region. Because these skins are made up of two files, if you like, the base file and the top file. And I'm going to save that to my desktop. Again, it's 32-bit. Okay. So now, if I shut down Photoshop, now I've got that file and I've got that file. Custom skin underscore region and custom skin TGA. So them are the two files that I'm interested in. So now what I want to do, I want to open up Steam again. Here's Steam. I'm going to go back into, so I'm right clicking on Le Mans Ultimate, and I'm going to go Manage, Browse Local Files. And this time I'm going to go and use the data. Remember before, to get the file, the original file, went in support. This time use the data. And in here, liveries. Now, you'll probably only have two files in here, which is custom skin and custom skin region. I've been messing with loads of different things in here, so I've got loads of them. Now, I can get rid of them, but I don't. I just keep renaming them, to be honest. So, custom skin, I've got 11 of them at the moment. I'm going to call that custom skin 12, I think. I'm going to rename that to 12. And I'm going to rename that one to 12. Now I've done that, I can grab hold of these two files here and I'm going to drop them in here. So now my two files are in here. So when Le Mans boots up, that's what it's going to be looking at. So we can shut that down now. If we click on play to load Le Mans Ultimate. Right, what I do now, I go into liveries. If you haven't set a team up, you need to set a team up. You need to go into there and set a team up. you can't have liveries without having a team, and basically you have to pay the race control. But anyway, I'm presuming as you've got race control and you've set a team up. When you've set a team, then you go to liveries. These are the ones I've done already, messing around. I'm going to create a car, and I'm going to select the BMW. The one that I'm messing with is the 25 version, so I'm going to select the 25 version and confirm that. Now it should take me into the showroom with the livery already on the car. This is now the livery on the car. As you can see, it's all a bit of a mishmash, but you've got the idea. I'm not sure how to get it onto the carbon fiber bit. Toggle that, you can see. I mean, you get the general idea. It's just a matter of you've got to mess around with it all and play with it and get things how you want. But that's just overlaid it, a quick overlay with a complete picture, if you like. You can be a bit more critical on how you set things up, but I'm just trying to show you pretty quick. Once I've done that and I'm happy with it, let me just go to materials because I prefer them shiny. So select everything as shiny, and then what I'm going to do is upload that. It'll come up with this message, upload successful, so continue. Now in a bit it'll come up with another message to say basically it's available to be used. That region map I was talking about, if I click on that, that's that region map. I mean, like I said, I'm no expert on this, so I'm just playing with it, to be honest with you. Now see how that's come up, livery available. So if I come back here and then into liveries, that's the one there. Now I assign it to a lineup, click on assign. I want it going with Dino's dodgy driving, confirm that. Now that's assigned to that setup, so I can come out of there now and perhaps go into a race weekend. Let's go to Monza. Now, can you see how it's put logos here? That's got that little logo there. Now that tells me there's a livery available. I can come onto these cars here, which are the 2025 versions, but I'm going to use that one and continue with that. Start a race weekend, and now that'll let me use that particular car. What you've got to make sure is the car that you're doing is the ones that are available to you. If you mess with a car or the livery for a car, like I made the mistake earlier where I was messing with the 2024 version of the car of a BMW and it only got the 2025 version, and so I had to go back and do that. So you've got to make sure you've got that car available to you that you're putting the livery on. So if I start driving this, for instance, let's just go for a quick sprint. I know you can't see all the screen as I can see. It's because I'm doing this screen record, but I'll just go around here. and then I'll park up, and let's come out of that, return to garage, and let's just watch that. So I can come back here now, and now I can see my livery on my car, and that's what I've got. That's what I've just created using Copilot and Photoshop. You can use GIMP if GIMP is a free software. I'm using Photoshop, but you can use GIMP. Like I say, that's free. So it's whatever you've got available, I presume. And yeah, anyway, that's more or less it. That's kind of what I wanted to show you. And hopefully it'll be helpful to somebody. Like I say, I'm no expert. Create your own images and all that lot, and see where you go with it. So if it's been helpful to anybody, that's all well and good. And if you've liked this video, you can like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll get 1 or 2 other videos out, this kind of thing, or just the driving ones I do. I'm new to sim racing, so I'm sort of no expert on anything. But hopefully if I'm helping anybody, that's a good thing. So anyway, if you could like, subscribe, like I say, and I'll catch you on the next one.